Both an Aleph strike force and USAriadna special forces have received an O12 mandate to seek and destroy a proto-AI. However, they have been set in motion against each other by Shazvasti agents that have infiltrated the O12 command structure. Will any survive to investigate the truth?
Hi guys, welcome back to Fast Panda Gaming. Another remote presence battle report because, you know, COVID and lockdown and stuff. This week we're going to play the other new scenario for this season of ITS. We're going to play Mindwipe. So my USAriadna are going up against Claw's Aleph as we try and hunt down a rogue AI. But you probably worked most of that out from the title screen, so I'll just shut up and we can start.
Okay, let's have a look at my army. And firstly, let's start off with having a look at the mission, which we are playing 250 points Mindwipe. And essentially, I've had a quick look through this. It is rush over to your opponent's side of the table and destroy the consoles. You can go through the antenna, which is in the center of the board, which I'll show you in a second, which will tell you which one the AI is in, and that's the one to destroy. But essentially, destroy as many of those as possible. So run across, destroy those, and you destroy those by having close combat weapons with anti-material or decharges, or that special hacker program for your Uber hacker, which you can't put on killer hackers. So, okay, so I need anti-material trait close combat weapons, and with that in mind, I'm going to go Aleph, because you don't get more anti-rogue AI than Aleph, do you really? I keep wanting to think. I keep thinking she's a she for some reason. I don't know why, but anyway. So Aleph does not like other AIs kicking around. It's kind of one rule. So she wants to be the only AI around.
Okay, so let's have a look at today's battlefield. As you can see, I've gone winter, and I've got a new piece of terrain, which I'm quite pleased with. TT Combat. And I've also got a little bit of scatter that I've done as well. So a little bit extras each time, a bit more. Okay, so while we're here. So this is the terrain for today's game. And Stormshroud has seen it, so there's no advantage. And as you can see, we are pretty reasonably dense all over. There's no big kind of open spaces. If anything, there's a little bit more height on this side than the other side. The other side's got a little bit more dense. So choosing sides could be a thing. In the center, we've got the two antennae or consoles or whatever. So we hack those and find out where the rogue AI is. And then we can attack the consoles, which one's hidden behind that one. One's pretty much out in the open. And one is underneath that platform on that side. And as we go over here, we've got one under this bridge with some lines of sight all the way over there. This one's pretty much out in the open if you come from that direction, and that one's pretty much hidden. So when we set up, we try to make the consoles at either edge in different places. The lines of sight wise, we've got about 2 feet, so we do have them. So on here we've got one there, we've got one there. In the center we've got kind of one that shooting there, so that there are lines of sight that we are going to have to pass at some point. So if we can get models behind some of them, on top of them, and that kind of stuff. But snipers wise, we can kind of get around the table without any snipers, so that's one of the reasons I'm not going to be going for snipers today. Okay, so that's the table. Let's see my thoughts on the army.
Okay, so now we've seen the table, we can have a look at the army and what I've picked, because I've already picked the army. I'm just going to go through with my thoughts. So I'm going for Aleph because for reasons. And first thing I want to go is I want to go up to the equipment. So you can go up to the equipment bar, and I want that explosive, not equipment, weapons, idiot. There we go. You know what? I'd be dangerous if I knew what we were doing. Okay, so explosive combat weapon, and that gives me a model I haven't got. Ajax, he's got a big massive hammer, of course it's explosive. It's a bit of a bullet magnet, and I don't think he's worth the points. Achilles, little mini tags, those two. That'd be great, but they are so expensive. 70 points each. But the temptation is there. Explosive coast. Anyway, so what I have seen is Hector. So Hector, as we've seen, Spitfire kind of range in this table. I'm going to make him my lieutenant for a lieutenant point, and plus another order. So why wouldn't you? 67 points. He is expensive, but I think he's got a lot more to him than Achilles. So let's bring him along and let's see how he gets on, because there are hackers out there. So that firewall Timbot probably come in handy. And with him, I'm going to take, let's clear this off, up here, cleared. The other one I really want to take in this army, because she did so well last time, is Andromeda. Because she's so far up the table. I've got infiltration +6, let's try that one this time. So I can get right onto the other side of the table. I'm going to go for the submachine gun, so if I go second, I can spend a command point and pop her on suppression fire straight away, like I did last time, because that worked for me. And if you find something that works for you, well, why not? Okay, so other than that, we need to think about the consoles in the center, so I could really do with a couple of hackers. In Aleph, there's a couple of hackers that I do like. One is the Naga area, there we go. And Naga's come with shock mines and infiltration. So infiltration, halfway up the board. So I'm near those consoles anyway to hack them. And I can pop on some shock mines if I get chance, which will be funny. So let's have him or her. And the other one I do like is Myrmidons. So let me try and find the Myrmidons. Oh dear, I knew I'd struggle to find stuff on this one because you get everything. Myrmidon office. I can find Myrmidon office every time. Here we go, Myrmidon. Myrmidon hacking. Because I've got the mimetism -6, stealth, dodge +2, martial arts level 1. I know it's an AP combat, but should be good. So one of these two, because they're not killer hackers, it can be my Uber, and I'll decide which one my Uber hacker is closer to the time when I kind of know what I'm facing. So I'll on the day I will pick those. Which one's the Uber hacker is. So I kind of need a bit of support, and with that in mind, I fancy one of these now. Spitfire range, because we've seen the table, so we're talking Spitfire ranges, and we're also talking NCO. So those two lieutenant's orders, I could use on that Spitfire, which could come in handy. And the other one that I really would like to do is this fella who parachutes in, and I could parachute him in on round 3, which would be fun. Also, if Stormshroud's aware of that I've got a hole in my points, he'll have to use his army to cover all the angles and all the bits I can drop into, and there's quite a few areas on this table that I can drop in. I'm sure that I will be unseen, and I can run up, and I've got double action close combat weapon. I can destroy those consoles at the end. So there's Andromeda. Andromeda's got the double action, so that's got the anti-material trait as well. So those two can run up and destroy things as well. I haven't got many orders. That is a concern. I think that's my biggest concern on this army. So let's stick in a net rod. Easier said than done. Problem with vanilla is you get everything. There we go. So there's another point for free. Also, I could do something else. So this Sophatex is the Doctor, which is nice. She carries D-charges because she's also that engineer doctor thing. She's a fast runner, so I can cover some board. So I might be able to run up at the end and kind of like take some consoles out with those D-charges. As I've got a doctor engineer, it would be foolish not to take a Yudbot. Ew, too far. So let's chuck in a good bot for 3 points. That leaves me with 3 points left because there we go. There we go. That leaves me with 3 points, and 3 points is just enough to finger a fudge. Here we go. For Walker, and let's go 6 cents. Oops, wrong one. Bin it. Walker, 6 cents. Gives me an extra order if I need it. I can convert a command point for an extra order just in case. And for 3 points, why not? Plus, we want to kind of video the whole destroying of AI because that's what we do. Okay, so there we go. Quick review. Hector's my lieutenant with 2 lieutenant's orders that Nessie can use with a Spitfire. Andromeda, because she's just ace last time and I enjoyed using her because I'm taking what I enjoy using. She's got the double action close combat weapon, so she can. She's infiltrating. She's submachine gun. She's going to be great. The Naga Hacker has got the shock mines and starting halfway up the board. Myrmidon Hacker got the -6 to hit, so that should be a bit more survivable. Ekadromos can parachute in afterwards and destroy things, so he won't come in until pretty much aligned. Net Rods, because I haven't got that many orders, so I needed some. Suftex, because she's a doctor, an engineer, she can run fast, and she got decharges. Good bot, because I've got Suftex, and Warcore, because I had 3 points left. Oh, okay, so let's see how we get on.
This week we're playing Mindwipe, which is the other new scenario for this season of ITS. So not a scenario I've ever played before, not a scenario Claw's ever played before, and it's all about going after a rogue AI that your opponent is allegedly protecting. So you've got to identify the server by turning on consoles and then blow the server up. You're trying to blow up more servers than your opponent, specifically the one that has the console. You're trying to protect yours, and you're trying to activate a console. One classified as well. We're going to be playing 250 points, so slightly narrower battlefield, but just as deep. Servers have a stat line. They are hackable. They've got armor. They've got BTS. They've got 2 structure. Once you've identified them, they can only be damaged by weapons that have close combat attacks that have the anti-material trait, decharges, or with a special hacking program, data erasure. Your hacker or a hacker in your list will get an Uber hacker special order. Basically, they get tactical awareness, and they're the ones who have the special destroy the server program. Specialists are your normal selection, and hackers get a +3 bonus to turning on the console. Deployment, no exclusion zones, 2 constant center, 3 servers in each deployment zone. Now, I thought about what to play for this. Initially I thought, I'll use my Nomads. I've got loads of hackers in there. And I thought, no, that's a bit too obvious going for the army option with all the hackers. And I kind of went the complete opposite direction, and I've decided to play my USAriadna. My faction that doesn't include any painted hackers. I then discovered that I have nothing painted up for my USAriadna that has an anti-material close combat weapon. So I don't have any hackers, so I'm going to be relying on decharges, and I don't have very many models that have decharges, which is going to make this interesting. Hopefully a fun thematic narrative, if not a very, competitive list. Let's see how we get on. Right then, let's start with, we're going to have a fire team. We're going to start with the fire team. So I'm going to take a Minuteman with armor piercing heavy machine gun, because they can be part of a team of grunts, so they give a team of grunts a nice bit of punch, high ballistic skill, slightly same armor. So basically the higher ballistic skill is the big selling point here, and the fact it's an armor piercing HMG. We're going to put him in the fire team. We'll put another HMG in there, so we're going to back up in case the Minuteman goes down. I'm going to make my lieutenant a grunt as well. I'm going to go for the grenade launcher one. Now I'm going for the grenade launcher one so that I can potentially spec fire grenades if I need to on the Claw's models. So she thinks Myrmidons again. I can get around that -6 mimetism stuff. We'll put in a rifle grunt. We might come back and make that a forward observer if we've got points left over at the end. I need one more to round it out. Now I know what I want to put in to round this out because one of the few models I have that has decharges. We're going to put Rosie Munro in. Good old Rosie. She's also got a light rocket launcher and a light shotgun, but mainly she's there for the decharges. This mission is going to be very thematic, very narrative. It's going to be keep Rosie alive, get Rosie to the server. But which server? We're going to need to be able to identify the server. We're going to need some specialists. USAriadna, so let's go for some foxtrots. I've got 2 painted up as forward observers, so let's use those. What else? What else? Oh, I know what I'd like to include, because Claw loves dog warriors. He really, really loves them. He can't get enough of them. I'm joking, he hates them. We'll put a devil dog in. Yeah, we can charge that up the field, throw some smoke, nice high physique, okay, ignore a lot of the terrain with a super jump. Claw doesn't possess a lot of models with viral, so I don't have to worry about its vulnerability too much. And if I can get it into close combat with his friend, that'll be great. Also, his little pet has sensor, which will be nice. Next, I'm going to put another forward observer. I've got the nice airborne ranger forward observer. Don't know if I've ever had a chance to use him. I painted him up just before the pandemic hit, so he's been sat in the bag, not getting used for a long time. I think I need some more stuff. Hard case. Hard case is always good. We've still got a fair few points left, but hard case is quite cheap. We'll start with a cheap one, and then if we've got points left over, we might upgrade him to the tactical bow with a rifle. Main reason I'm putting him in there is he's got infiltration, he's got a light shotgun, which is quite handy. He also comes with decoy, so I can put two camo markers out, which could disguise the airborne ranger. Airborne ranger's absence from that combat group. Second group we're on to now. Well, we've got quite a few things that are going to be in the middle of the field. We've got 2 foxtrots and the hard case. But I think we should go for a couple of heavy flamethrower grunts, because I can just put those down and they can be a menace in the middle of the board. Give Claw some issues. Hopefully give Claw some issues. Mavericks. Yeah, let's have a couple of fast specialists as well with their on their bikes. Yeah. 249 points. Okay. Well, we said we might do it if we had some points left over, so let's change that grunt into a forward observer. We're good. A little tick. Yep, list is correct. We're all happy. The one last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the frontiersman into this second group. Yeah, I like that split a little better. I know I said I was going to keep him in there to disguise the airborne ranger. But yeah, I like that split a little better. It just feels nicer to me. So we've got a fire team to do some fighting. Forward observers to grab those consoles in the middle and identify the right server. And we'll protect Rosie on our way up to blow it up. Devil Dog can clear the path. We can use the ranger to come on from the side and catch out any of Claw's models that aren't facing the right direction. Hard case frontiersman for a little bit more decoy in the centre. 2 infiltrating grunts with heavy flamethrowers because they are awesome for removing midfield specialists, especially if I get first turn. And then 2 of the Mavericks for a couple more specialists. So all our specialists are forward observers. We don't have a hacker. Yeah, this list is a bit of fun. If I was going to a tournament, I probably wouldn't take this list, but it's going to be quite thematic. Protecting Rosie, get her to the objective. Feels quite Dirty Dozen-y, yeah, in some ways to me. Speaking of which, that gives me an idea for the name. I've got 15 models, so we're going to be the Filthy 15. Yeah, I like that. I don't expect to win, but I like that.
Okay, so let's do a whip roll, and Stormshroud very rarely wins these. Let's tempt those dice gods. So I got an 8. You got an 8. Let's do that again. 4.
That's already a win.
3. So you've lost the whip again. Smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to forward deploy a Andromeda. So I'm doing my physique roll of 12 minus 3, but this one is a plus 6 to that roll, so I'm plus 3. So I've got a physique of 15, so less than 15. 4. That'll do. Okay, so I'm going to drop my net rod. 20. No, I don't. Okay, so I chose to deploy first, which puts me on the slightly taller side of the table. I've done
You
my...
chose to go first, and I exiled you over there.
Okay, yeah, I was exiled over there. I chose to go first. Andromeda, she sat in that little cubbyhole in cover, just to make it a little bit more awkward for Stormshroud to deploy. He has to think about that. Over here, just behind this crate, I have a camo token. And down here, I've got an S8 with a Spitfire. You can see down that, as you can see there. Orientation is so I can see my board edge as well. But there's a whole corner that somebody can come on and shoot in the back. But anyway, I've got Softex and the Myrmidon Hacker behind this fantastic crate. And because it failed its landing, it's at the side, and it's just behind this stanchion for this useless platform that my Warcore is carrying at the top. So she's down there, and that leaves one model to deploy after Stormshroud.
Okay then, so let's start in the middle of the board, because, you know, a third of my army's there.
Yep.
I've got 4 camo tokens in a line kind of across the board, 2 of them on the roof, one of covering those 2 antennae that Claw has to get to. I've also got a grunt with heavy flamethrower covering each one of those objectives each as well. One of them also has the dubious task of looking Andromeda straight in the face, but kind of everything.
That one.
Yeah. Then back into my deployment zone, at the left-hand end, I have a devil dog with his little canine companion.
That huge.
Ready to do sneaky things up the flank. In the middle, I've got the 2 Mavericks, because there's a couple of good alleyways they can zip off there on their bikes and get towards objectives. And then on the right, I have a fire team comprised of 3 grunts, one with a heavy machine gun, one who has a rifle as a forward observer, and one with a grenade launcher. They are teamed up with Rosie Munro, who is a very important member of personnel in this mission, and a Minuteman with HMG. And that's a 5-man core fire team to try and slow down these evil Aleph people who have attacked us for no reason. Absolutely no reason.
You were here. The AI must be yours.
Yeah, because Ariadna is so good at developing AI.
Well, you need one, so this is why you've developed one. See? Okay, so I have deployed my last model, by the way, over here. And
That looks like Hector.
it is Hector. Hector with the Spitfire, because it's quite a dense board. So, and with that, let's get started. My go. I've got a few options. None of them kind of appeal to me, because all those are going to kind of jump out at me, apart from that one, because that one's mine. Right, so
I'll give you another option. Unconditional surrender.
No. Or was that you unconditionally surrendering to the more superior?
No, you unconditionally surrender to me now.
Ah, okay. No. That's not
Very
happening.
short video. Easy to edit.
Right. Let's use my first order. Before we start, is there anything you'd like to do, Stormshroud?
I would, because you're for once not using fire teams, I am going to limit you to one command token usage this first turn, so you can only basically do one coordinated order.
Okie dokie.
Spend those orders to move.
Right, and I've got a long way to go. We've just had a quick look. This thing blocks a lot of line of sight from those two camo tokens. So she's going to move 4. And nothing sees her. And she's going to move another 4 to there. I still don't think anything sees her. That's the first one. Second one, I'm going to spend it on her again. I'm going to use the lieutenant's order. Yeah, second lieutenant's order. I'm going to use it on Nessie, and I'm going to move forward. I'll move forward to there. And I think I can see. Are we saying these block line of sight?
They are terrain pieces, so yeah, if it blocks line of sight, it blocks line of sight.
But you are quite high up, so I think you can now see me from the camo token on the roof. So the camo token on the roof, that one, and that grunt.
Yep.
Okay, so what is your ARO, Stormshroud?
The camo token on the roof of the building isn't going to do anything.
Okay.
The grunt behind the crate is a long way away, and his light shotgun is going to make that a very awkward shot. And you're in cover, and yeah, I think I'm going to go off dodging, so I'm going to dodge.
Okie dokie. Okay, so rather than shoot you many times with a Spitfire, I'm going to try and discover the camo token on the roof.
Okay.
So you've got a dodge, and I've got a discover roll. I've got a discover roll. It's over 8 inches, less than 16. So that's a flat roll, but you've got camo and you've got cover, so it's -6. So I've got 5s. 18. Now.
And do I dodge? I need 11 or less.
15.
Fine. So that was a waste of time.
Yeah, totally wasted everybody's time there. Sorry. Okay, forgot to mention the Myrmidon hacker is the Uber hacker. Right, so let's do a normal everyday order, and again I'm going to spend it on Nessie, and she's going to idle. Same to
It's on Nessie again.
This is on Nessie. I'm idling. I need a 5 to discover you.
Can't attempt to discover me again.
Nope.
Because you failed once this turn.
Nope.
Which means you're definitely going to shoot the grunt. The grunt is going to dodge the camo token on the roof. He's going to do nothing.
Okie dokie. Let's shoot the grunt 4 times. We are dodging on 1 dice for that grunt. Do you dodge?
Needing an 11 or less. 11 would be fantastic.
A 6.
That's
So,
not bad.
range-wise, I'm +3, -3 for your cover. So a straight roll, really, at the end of the day, which is 13. So more than 6, less than 13, as many times as possible. So the 3 is less than 6, the 14 is more, but I do have 2 8s.
So 2 armor saves. I have 3 points of armor, 3 points of cover. Damage is 14, need 9s twice. 9 or more twice.
A 9 and a 12 exactly.
So now I need to make a guts roll, which I'm going to choose to fail and go prone, because then I'll be hidden, won't I?
Yep. So the grunt has been hit a few times, but superior Ariadna armor, the plate that has been bolted to him, and he's hit the deck. Who would blame him? So that leaves Nessie there, and I'm looking at 2. Still looking at 2 camo tokens that I don't know what they are. Okay, so thinking time, I think. So I'm going to use my one and only command token, and one of these. I'm going to do a coordinated order. That's the get words out. Using the Suffitex, the Myrmidon, and right over here, Hercules himself. Not Hercules, other fella. Hector. Hercules. There isn't Hercules yet, is there? I bet there will be at one point.
There is no Hercules now.
Not yet. Okay, so let's move these, and I'm going to move the Myrmidon there, and the Suffitex there. Oh, if it matters, it's Suffitex there, who's now got line of sight to that one. There.
Who is the spearhead, I'm assuming?
She's the spearhead if it matters. And Hector is running over here, taking a little mate with him. Right, you have that arrow. As I came round that side of there, there is a line of sight all the way through. Would you like to reveal yourself to shoot me? Or would you like to dodge?
Okay.
You sure?
I'll wait.
Is it because Nessie's looking at you?
It's partly because Nessie's looking at me, and there's some other reasons that may be factoring into my decision.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to move for my second order then. Second half of my movement. Hector is running down the back end of these silos to help out a friend, but not quite in line of sight with that grunt yet. The Myrmidon is ended up there, and as you look over there, there is a camo token, but the chunky legs and things get in the way. I've got down the other side and it's still no line of sight. And Suftex ended up all the way over there because she can run fast. Okay, so I'm going to move all of these. I'm going to move Hector, and he's going to shoot round here a little bit. So I'm still in cover, but I can see down here to that grunt. Your grunt with flamethrower. What would you like to do, sir? Okay, so I'm just looking over there. I'm still in cover. I am quite away from your flame-throwing grunt. What would you like to do?
I'd like to dodge.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot you 4 times with the. Oh, yeah, I'm going to shoot you. See if I can kill this one now.
Please don't.
I'm going to try. Okay, so we are just under 16 inches away. So I'm +3, -3. I'm as flat rolls, and you are dodging on 11s again.
Sense of deja vu.
16. You didn't dodge that one.
My sense of deja vu has failed.
Okay, so +3, -3. It gives me a ballistic of 13. So less than 13. And I've got 13, which is a critical. Yay! And 2 other hits. This 16 misses. So you have 4 saves.
4 armor saves. Again, needing 9.
No. A 9, a 14, a 10. Unfortunately, you do get a 5 though.
So I'm unconscious.
Close. Very close. I've shot something, finally. And Hector is going to do something else. Those 2 lieutenant's orders that Hector did have, because he's got strategic level 1, 2, whatever. What is it? 2?
1.
Level 1. Those orders become regular orders, so that was a mistake. So stop writing in the comments below. We picked it up. Okay, so I'm running out of order, so I need to do things. So I'm going to spend another regular order. I'm going to spend the regular order on this camo token. And the camo token is going to move. Fortunately, right up to that. I'm just going to go for it. There. So I'm assuming that one can get line of sight. That one can get line of sight. That one can get line of sight. Okay. So, what would you like to do with your 3 camo tokens, Stormshroud?
I have no desire to discover you, so they're all going to defer.
Okay. For my second half of my order, I'm going to idle. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to reveal myself. Okay, so the next order is still going to be sent on him. And I'm going to reveal myself to be. And I'm going to spend the first half, and I'm going to go beep boop on the console. Let's just go for it. Go for it.
I think I've only got 1 ARO now, though, because of the angles and stuff.
The angles and stuff, those 2 on the roof, not fantastic. I think you'll get 1. I think you'll get the one nearest to your tin bot. And you'll get definitely that one next to the green crates. So what would you like to do while I'm going beep boop?
So, it will be a normal roll either way, because it's not going to be face to face, because you're interacting with the console. I'd be shooting at you if I shot at you. I'm going to place a mine
With?
to reveal me to be a Foxtrot forward observer.
With which one?
with the camo token behind the crate. One on the roof's not doing anything.
That one? Okay, so that one is dropping a mine and he's a foxtrot. What's it? 1 second. So you've dropped a mine. I've done a short skill. I can't drop another mine or do anything else like that because that's another short skill. So all I can do really is move or stay very, very still. So after my beep, boop, beep, boop, I'm going to stay where I am, just in case I fail. Okay, so I get +3 bonus because I'm a hacker. I've got 14 base whip, +3, so 17s or less. Come on. A 1. That'll do. Okay, so which one has got the suspected AI in it? Let's roll the dice and see what the table says. 19.
That means you get to choose.
Yeah, we decided right at the beginning that the player rolling the dice is the player who chooses. Okay, so on a 19 I get to choose. Now, this is my dilemma. As soon as I choose, Stormshroud is going to defend it. So which one do I pick? Do I pick that one next to the dogs? The dogs are not going to be there. Stormshroud likes to use the dogs, so they're going to charge forward. But these two bikers are going to kind of kick around. They're not fantastic profiles, so probably be able to deal with them. These 5 have got Rosie in them. Now Rosie has got decharges, and she needs to be on the other side of the table, so they're not going to be there. So I'm going to pick console A because it's harder to defend, I think, without those. So console A has got the suspected AI in it. I have 2 regular and 2 irregular. I'm going to use one of these irregulars. Well, more importantly, I'm going to use the Myrmidon's irregular, which is here.
The Uber Hacker.
The Uber Hacker, and she's going to ouch forward. She's going to ouch forward to such a point where she's at the edge of this. She can see this side of the leg, that side of the leg, and the Foxtrot Ranger over there. So the Foxtrot Ranger I can see, and I can't see anybody else. What would you like to do with the Foxtrot Ranger, sir?
I'm pretty certain the Foxtrot Ranger is thinking about dodging. Because that looks like it's over 16 inches from the angle I've got.
It looks, in person, it looks over 16 inches away.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to dodge.
Yep, you're going to dodge?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm going to move. Dodging on the 13. 16. No, you don't.
He's not that physical.
Nope. I've gone from the edge of that box to the edge of there. So I'm now in cover. But at some point I wasn't in cover and I could be seen by those 2. Now this is called bait.
And I'm not biting.
You're not biting?
I'm not biting.
Oh! Because I really wanted them to pop out so I could shoot them
I know you did.
easier. Okay.
It's not my first rodeo.
So that is a bait move. So I really wanted Stormshroud to kind of say, yeah, I'm going to shoot you. And with the -6s and all that kind of thing, hopefully I'd have survived. And then at the end, necessarily we're going to shoot them down. So I have 1 irregular order, which is the War Cause, and 2 regular orders. My other irregular order, which belongs to the War Corps, I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to look down yonder, from there, down to yonder, to that one. I can see them both, to be honest.
So both the camo tokens on the roof have an AR.
They do.
You are far away.
I'm
so
very
both of them
far
are
away.
going to do nothing.
I am going to discover this one, but from this angle, isn't in cover. So I'm going to have a go at discovering this one. I'm going to clear out far away, but let's give it a go. So, range-wise, I am at 0s. You've got your mimetism, your camo, which gives you -3. So I'm -3 overall, and my whip for those is 13, so 10s. 2. So, I successfully see that camo token.
Yeah, could you just take that camo token off because it was a decoy?
Oh, that's just all that. All that for nothing. And it is just a bag. I'm close up. Look. Little win. Little win.
I'm taking a little win where I think that'll...
Round one.
So, first of all, Lewis, the impetuous order in Group 1. So the single red order in the left-hand group, let's spend that.
Oh, what's it for though?
No.
No, that one. The other group.
That one, yeah.
The red one in the other group.
Right. And that belongs to?
And that's going to be spent on the devil dog and his friend. All the way over there, yeah.
These guys over there.
Could you move them both 6 inches directly under that blue building? So towards the edge of the board. We're going to flank.
This is going to take quite a few fingers. Okay, at the end, you run all the way there. There is no ARO from Nessie because of that great big thing in the centre, which surprisingly blocks a lot of line of sight. So they end up there.
The second half of the order, can you move them up behind the little blue building that Andromeda is currently cowering in?
Okay, so could Nessie see across that gap? You could argue that she can, but it's over 2 foot anyway, so if she did, she wouldn't have shot because she likes the suppression fire too much.
Ooh.
Yeah, another bait move there, I think. But anyway. Right, so next impetuous order from the smaller group.
Yep, but can we have it on the Maverick who is stood up next to her quad bike?
So
The one on the left.
Yep.
Yep. Move her up behind the corner of the blue building. I don't want her to stick her head out in front of Andromeda. She's got a movement of 8 inches, so she should easily be able to get to that corner without sticking her head out.
She can easily get to there, yeah.
And
Yeah,
the other Maverick is
back a bit,
not going
back a
to
touch.
spend his I'm not doing anything with the second half of that. I'm just staying where I am.
Idling for the second half, and the other.
Idling second half. And the other Maverick is going to, calm. He's not going to use his impetuous order. He's just going to chill. So just flip it over. We're not going to use it.
He's idle, if anything.
If anything, yes.
Okay, so we are now on real orders.
We're on real orders now, yeah.
Well, you've got 2 kind of dodgy orders.
Could we spend a regular order from the first group, the big pile? Could we move the link team marker to behind the Minuteman, who is the go-to to the right towards my timber camera?
Yep.
That guy on the end, the guy on the very end.
The machine gun guy at the end. Yep.
Yep. Because he can see Andromeda, I believe.
Yep.
So he's in charge of the fire team. He's gonna idle.
Right, what do I want to do with Andromeda? My options are shoot back with a submachine gun, not very wise. Or the other bits and pieces, not very wise. If I dodge go prone, the wolves are going to come around and eat me. Now, if they come over, I've got further back, I've got Hector to protect me a little bit, because anything that comes over, he can hit. Anything that comes around, he can hit. So hopefully Hector will get shot. And the Warcore will see him. In fact, the Warcore would have seen them come through there, but did nothing about it. Bloody Warcores. So I'm going to go dodge go prone, sir.
Okay. I'm going to shoot you with 5 shots from my armor-piercing HMG.
Yep, it's good range. You've got +3 for range, +3 for 5 man. So you're on 19s, minus my mimetism, which is 3, minus my cover, which is 3. So you're on 13s, many dice.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and I'm on 12s, 1 dice. 12 would be good. 6. Okay. So more than 6, less than 13.
5 dice.
Okay, so that's less than, that's less than, that's more than. So it leaves you with a 7. What was your target number?
13.
Yeah, you got 13.
Yay!
So 3 hits.
3 armor saves with half your armor.
Armor 2.
So you're down to armor 1. You do get your 3 points of cover, so you'll need 12s.
12s. 3, a 9, and a 17. The 3 and the 9 are just not quite good enough.
She's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead. She's dead. Oh, I'm sad. I suspect it's revenge from the last game.
Hey, that's revenge for my hack Islam, yeah.
Okay. Well, it caused probably, I don't know, I probably wasn't fantastic. Put your comments below on where she should have gone. Right.
The regular order from the big pool, that group of 6, turn a regular order over. And the camo token that our Foxtrot Ranger placed near the Naga, no, other antennae, the one that we placed with the mine that we put down.
Yep.
It's going to detonate.
Oh no!
Against your Naga.
Wait, what was that?
Into my Naga. Oh, so,
into your Naga.
okay, so
explode.
I get an ARO.
Yeah, we're within range.
Yeah, you're in range. So the Naga gets an ARO. I could dodge. I could drop a mine of my own, can't I?
You could. If you dodge, you will be at -3 for dodging a deployable item. So you'll be dodging on a 9 if memory serves.
Is it just
Or I can just drop a mine down myself.
You could.
So I'm going to drop a mine down myself. I'm going to drop a camo token down myself.
Okay, we're just going to claymore each other.
We are going to claymore each other, yes. So my mine is down, but it's not going to go off because it's not actually down at the moment. And I'm going to take a mine to the face. What kind of mine is it? Is it shock? Is it?
It's a shock mine, so it will cut through your dogged if you fail your armor save.
Okay,
Is it shocking you?
but to be honest, dogged in your turn, not very good anyway. I've got 1 point of armor. Your damage is 13, so I need 13s. 11. Close, but there you go. And it's shock.
Dead.
So I'm dead. Okay, so I've left something to remember me by, but I'm no longer there. Okay, another order?
Another regular order from the group of 5, the big group. Yep, that group. Turn one of those over. And the camo token nearest the other antennae.
So that one?
Could you move it, sticking to the silo, into base-to-base contact with the antennae?
And Nesse, you've basically stayed behind the antennae, so Nesse can't see you. And the Naga's dead, so that is not a problem. Okay, so you moved. I do not get any AROs, sir.
The second half of the order, let's try find out which of your servers has the rogue AI on it, because we know you're the bad guys. So reveal me to be
No, we're not.
a Ranger forward observer, and we're going to try to the console.
Okie dokie. A Foxtrot.
Foxtrot forward observer.
Okay, so he's a specialist, but he's not a hacker.
He's a specialist. No, he's not a hacker. We're a bit short on hackers in USAriadna. We haven't quite worked out what the computers are for.
Yeah, you've created an AI. What are you on about? Right.
We haven't.
Okay.
It's a frame job.
It's not a frame job. We know you've created one. Aleph is never wrong. Okay, so you need to do a beep 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 roll. A 3. That is definitely 13 or less. Okay, so roll to see which server it is. 20. You get to choose.
I get to pick as well.
You get to pick as well. And I will get the Timbot down and let you have a good look around. That now belongs to the Ariadna. That belongs to us. Good guys. And the Cubans are after this console, so she can stay. So your 5-man fire team can zoom down this edge if you really wanted to, because you've got loads of orders. But you can't destroy that on turn 1, because that is one of the rules.
Correct.
They're immune. So, you know which one it is. I know which one it is, so we're getting through the game. We just need to get to the other side of the tables now. Speaking of which, are you ready for another order, sir?
We spend the irregular order in group 2, the smaller of the 2 groups. And
Okay.
could you move the camo token on the roof of the 8-inch building 8 inches across to the side nearest the console that Claw is trying to get to? I'm going to fall for it. But
Okay.
I am trying to bait.
Right, so some more bait. So the Myrmidon and Nesse has just watched the camo token, the box on legs, wander off. So I could discover, if I discover it, breaks me out of suppression fire, which I don't particularly want to do at the moment because it's cool, especially with this one. Right. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to ignore you for the sake of ignoring you.
That's just rude.
Yeah.
Could you then, Lewis, move me again so I'm by the low bit? Yeah, just there. So I'm looking back down that corridor towards the server that Claw is going for.
Yeah. Actually, it should be... Officially, I was deferring, just in case. But, yeah, so it ends up there.
Okay.
To cover that one. Okay.
So staying in group 2, the littler of the two groups, could you, the grunt who is currently prone, the surviving flamethrower grunt who is prone, could you crawl him, staying prone, back towards the 8-inch building? So he's out of Nessie's line of sight.
So he shuffled into the corner and then 4 inches that way, which gets him to cover this corridor again. Because
I know where you're going now, Claw, so I should probably protect it.
Yeah, probably. Same with me. Right, so you have many orders left.
I've got a few.
Pause.
So we're going to stay in group 2.
Okay, so to group 2.
Could you turn one of those regular orders over? And the Maverick that hasn't moved yet, the one behind the green crate.
Yep.
Could you bring him 8 inches towards the grunt we've just moved? So I want to end him up behind that.
So he ends up there.
If possible. That was the first.
What's your facing, sir?
Whilst I'm moving it around, at the end of the move,
okay.
Back towards the server that I'm after.
Okay, what's your
Are
next?
there any AROs to that move?
I don't
I'm
believe
not sure
so.
if the war core will be able to see me or not.
Uh,
I don't know what.
I'm going to say no because I think mostly there's all kinds of things in the way when we get down here.
Yeah, because I'll be blocking it.
So because the silos are quite tall.
In which case, Lewis, for the second half of that order, could you move me so I'm behind the 8-inch building facing the server? So next to the grunt, facing the server.
You are
And I should
determined.
have one regular order left in that group.
Yep.
Could you turn that over and place that Maverick in suppression fire?
Okay,
Yeah, some
so
of them
he ends up on suppression fire, looking down here. And as we look there, we've got Maverick, Grunt with Flamethrower, and Camo Token on top. That's all looking down there. I think it's out of Flamethrower range, mine, but certainly not out of shotgun range. But if I get around here with a template, it would be kind of nice little template there. So let's have a see what we can do. Okay, you've got some orders left in the big pool.
another green order out of my box. We need out of the token tray. We need another green order.
Okay.
Parachutist is arriving
Something is using its own order
to come onto the board.
to come onto the board, and let's discuss where he's going to go. Where's he going to go?
Nice one,
So,
Will.
you know the container where Nessie's hiding.
Yep.
Could you bring him on my board edge? Basically, from where I'm looking at it from my tin box. Yeah, about there.
Right there. Okay. He appears there, and he's kind of quite threatening towards the HVT.
It's a mistake. I thought he was mine.
Okay, so you have now got 4 orders and an irregular order.
And on the aforementioned airborne ranger, could you move him up to the container and along the long edge towards Nessie, but not sticking your head out?
Okay. Has he got stealth and things like
He
that?
does have stealth. He does have stealth.
Okay, so I can do nothing. Nope. Okay, so first off, I don't think there's any errors, especially if you're going with stealth.
He's very, very quiet. We're hunting Nessies. Second half, could you nudge me up to the corner? But again, don't stick my head round. So yeah, as close as I can get without being in his line of sight, basically.
So there.
Now,
So there,
the
okay.
only thing that's going to foil this plan is the fact that I know Nessie has 360-degree visor, so you are going to get to shoot me as I come around the corner anyway. But it's still going to be funny.
It is going to be
Turn
funny.
over,
Okay.
Turn over another green order, please, Lewis.
Spend it on Rambo.
And then could you move the Airborne Ranger into base-to-base contact with Nessie?
I'm
You
going
should
to.
have 4 inches of movement to do that.
Yeah. There's loads of room. Okie dokie. So, what do I want to do? So you're on base-to-base contact with me. So I can shoot you on the way in, or
Because of your 360-degree visor.
because of my 360-degree visor, I have a close combat of 17, so not fantastic. I've got frenzy. I think I'm going to shoot you with the suppression fire.
You're going to shoot with the suppression fire?
Yeah.
I'm going to engage you in close combat with the second half of my order.
Okay, so hopefully you'll not get there. Well, you will, but you know how it works. Okay, so I've got 360 visors, so I can shoot you. I'm going to shoot you with 3 dice. I'm shooting you on 13s flat, -3 because you're martial arts level 2. So I've got 3 dice wanting 10s. I got 3 dice with a 12, 18, and a 15. So I shot the air a lot.
So, Lewis, 1 dice, add 6 to it.
1 dice, add 6. Less than 14, please. Come on.
Wait, what are we needing?
Less than 14.
Oh.
If it adds up
2! Haha!
I'll still hit you.
Still hit me, but it's not a critical. That's what I'm asking.
It's not a critical.
It's not a critical. Okay, so I need a 12. Because I've got 3 armour. You're using an armour-piercing close combat weapon. So it goes down to 2. Your physique is...
Is effectively 13 because of my martial arts.
Okay, so with my armour, I need 12s. Oh, that sucks donkeys. Yep, 11.
Stick with the Airborne
Sad.
Ranger.
So the next order? Regular?
Yeah, another regular order.
On John Rambo?
On the regular, we're going to coup de grace. We're going to stamp on Nessie's neck and make sure she's down.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to move back around the corner of that we came round, looking across the board towards where the Myrmidon is.
Rightio.
But we want to keep our head sticking out.
On suppression fire. You've got, that should have been turned over. You've only got an irregular order left, sir.
I should only have an irregular order left. I don't want to spend it. The irregular order that's left is on the Devil Dog. The Devil Dog is relatively happy where he is.
Right.
So, yeah, we're good.
Okay, so my turn 2. And I lost too many there. Oh.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. It all helps to keep us motivated and raises the profile of our channel and Infinity the Game, bringing it to a wider audience. And don't forget, if you're so inclined, you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.